Does Dobroveche. Good evening and welcome to the cafe. Aloha, everybody. Hi, it's great to see everybody here, and thank you to our wonderful host, Baki. I want to say to everybody, Nasa Abe, thank you. Yeah, you started out, Nasa Abe. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. We've got a groovy evening this evening, and well, I'm like all excited. I've got magazines to talk about with other people's writing, but I'm going to talk about my own crap first, because it's what's always most important. I don't know. Dave Gadget, don't laugh at me.
Hold the book up so everybody sees the book.
This is the book, and it was originally out as an ISBN number book, and finally, Literature for the Snotty and Elite is also now today out as an ISBN number book, and so I'm going to read a few pieces, random pieces from this book. Now, the reason why this book exists is because I've been an editor of cc&d magazine forever, since '93, and there's right now 4 volumes out of my writings that have appeared in the magazine over the years, because they would be in issues, but they'd also be in supplements with chapbooks for shows and that kind of stuff, and I do way too much crap, so there's a lot of stuff in here. So this one, yeah, exactly, way too much crap, exactly that. So I thought I would read a few things from the first piece, which is based on volume 57 of cc&d, which is, Jane, did you hear? John, you don't mean, finally, Literature for the Snotty and Elite, and that was the cover for volume 57, which I took for this thing, and this is the first piece that I'm going to pick from that, and it is actually prose, and it is called How You Looked Then. I take snapshots of these things in my mind. I rifle through them. I never told you that I loved to watch you in the bathroom getting ready to go out. It would usually be when you had just shaved, or even it was when you were dressed and you were almost ready to go out, but you had to fix your hair. And you'd sit there in the mirror and you'd be brushing the sides of your head with your curved fingers, and you'd be scrutinizing yourself, eyes slightly squinted. I always thought you looked handsomest when you did that with your eyes squinted like that, like you were looking for something, searching. When I'd see you in the bathroom mirror like that, I'd usually wrap my arms around your arm and just lean my head on your shoulder and just stare. I don't think you ever noticed how I ever looked at you at those times, like you were my mentor, my savior. Or when we were at a restaurant and you were sitting across from me wearing that denim button-down shirt that I bought for you, and you were eating and you were just slouched over your plate, elbows on the table, and you were just eating, not paying any attention to anything else around you. And you hadn't even shaved in a few days, and your copper-colored stubble was sticking out every once in a while, catching that light. And in between bites, you would keep combing your hair behind your fingers because it kept falling into your eyes as you ate. While you were eating, I just had to stop, lean back, and stare at you for a while. I don't know why, but I'll never forget how you looked then. This one, and these are all just very strange pieces, because they're all from years, because this is finally Literature for the Snotty and Elite.
This is from the most recent.
This is volumes 1 through 69 of cc&d magazine. This is like old. These are old, and volume 69, I know that volume 76 was the beginning of 96. So these are all old pieces. These are all old pieces of mine that would appear. And this was probably like 90 or something. I don't know. This is called The Nightmare. This one's interesting. I don't know why, but I'm going to read it. The Nightmare. The chain lock snapped as the voices poured out that filled my brain with death. The bespattered remains of what could be called my inflated ego flung to the curtains that were stained with rain and dripped from the bed sheets onto the champagne-stained carpet. I only wanted to surprise you as my tears dripped down ice and my screams were only blocked by a blank stare. I never liked that carpet anyway. Weird pieces, and I'm going to do this one instead of Amber Beads, which is on the other page. I did at the time when I was doing earlier on, I did a lot of pieces about acquaintance rape education, which is where I'm guessing this one came from. It's only a guess, because I'm just looking at the title. This is called Put It to Rest. Please, put it to rest. I can't even think anymore. I have a life to lead, and all you can do is come to me and remind me. Don't come to me anymore. Don't talk to me. Don't love me. The past may be vivid in your mind, but your wretched, pathetic acts actually scare me. And while I live in the present, you try to push me, and I can't be pushed 2 years. Yes, I said that acquaintance rape pieces, I worked with acquaintance rape facilitator, so I've got a lot of pieces. If you would like to hear more rape ones, I probably could find some for you, but I'm sure you don't want to hear them. But, I didn't get to do this at the beginning of January because I wasn't here last week, but cc&d and Down the Dirt magazine had issues that were released in January, and this is cc&d 2011, volume 216, which is also released as a 6x9 book called Into the White, because it's all snowy and white and such, and I've got to find a poem. I'm going to save it. There's something of mine that I'll save for next week because Maxwell, who published it, is reading next week. So I'm going to have to find a piece by Lana Santorelli from this magazine. It's called Debut. This might look for really, really short ones to put in here. This is called Debut by Lana Santorelli. She offered herself generously to her audience, while icy hands, gloved and hidden, waited to smother her moment. Thank you, Lana. Thank you. If anybody's interested in publishing stuff in cc&d magazine, come bug me or go to cc&d96 at Scars.tv and submit stuff. But I'm going to do this now because I've got a really short poem from somebody. This is Down the Dirt magazine, which I'm taking over as the editor for, and this cover, this one right here, is a cover by John Yatko, and it is a bunch of bugs on a lakefront, and I had a column on this just hour beforehand. I'm on the phone, I'm like, are these just a bunch of like dragonflies? It's like it's a form of dragonflies. Are these just a bunch of dragonflies actually having sex with each other on the water? They're all just screwing each other on the water. This is a big bug orgy on the cover of the magazine.
Are they damselflies?
Come over here and check it out. This is.
I'm not a nerd.
No, this is a cover by John Yatko, and he photographed this in Canada.
Yeah, really? These are damselflies.
Damselflies?
Yeah, they're related species.
Related to dragonflies. Damselflies.
Dragonflies hold their wings like this, damselflies hold their wings.
And they're like, let's do it like this versus this. I don't know.
The same way.
But anyway, there's a real. I was so in love with this photo, and like it's got to be on the cover. So I've got a very short poem by H.D. Brown from the January 2011 issue of Down the Dirt magazine, volume 90, which has a little thing of a record on it from a short story beforehand, but this is, I have no idea. This is by H.D. Brown, and this is called Live and Learn. All my life I've studied chicken songs, thrown a little tonight, the bottle let me down, alcohol and pills, misery and gin, and that about completes my education. At least I had the sense to lay off the murder ballads. Sure, P. H.D. Brown. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now,